then, obviously.
Now, this is in Northern Ireland, and people don't realise how beautiful Northern Ireland is. All the different counties, Antrim, County Down, and different parts Tyrone. Sure. And this is in County Down in Northern Ireland, and the mountains of Mourne. Okay, and we're going to put some cottages in. You'll have a bit of the coast there, so we'll see now. I'm going to put plenty of water on. And with mountains, often I'll bring the sienna right down, because right down to here, it won't matter. And when you get a run back, like the water, I'm working at a very steep angle, just so you can see it. You only want it like on a book, really, that sort of gradient. But just, if water does run, don't panic, just a bit of tissue. Now then, let's have a look. Let's get some sienna in. So you mix plenty, like a well of colour. You know you've got enough. So I'm going to bring this right down over the mountains. So what it is, I'm taking the white off the paper, so I could leave some of that come through. So now then, let's get some ultramarine, blue, and again you can see I'm mixing plenty of colour, so I know I've got enough. And there we go. Yeah, it's getting exciting now. It won't be long. We're going to be in Ireland, so weeks, so looking forward. Now, if I put a little bit of umber, put some burnt umber with that blue, and see what will happen. So we've got a more sense of drama here now. You've got like a bit of an overcast sky now. But that's all I want, basically. And I think that's enough. I don't think I need to do much more than that. And so I'm going to get this bead of colour up off here. Some tissue there. Let's get the hairdryer. Yeah, when I was out on Saturday with these, it was a glorious day, and so I just do two at the same time. I had one of Flatholm and then one of Penyrheol Pier, and you can do that. But in a house like this, you can. Now you see, that's lovely. You got like mist coming over the mountain there. You see? If I wanted to utilise that, I don't think it'd be relevant. Now, go to the Chinese brush. Let's get this distant hill in first. So I'm going to mix still a bit of sienna again. Just a little bit, not much. And then some of that ultramarine. And there we go. So you've got that mixing, got the light catching in there now. Just like, let's go with that pencil line. There we go. So now let's come onto this mountain now. So again, I'm going to use some sienna. I'm going to have the light coming from this side, and you've got to work that out before you start, really. So again, sienna again, and I might put a little bit of cadmium yellow, perhaps. Drop that in a little bit. Now again, let's come to this blue. And get this in as well. And I'm going to mix some of that umber that I had earlier. And let's see what this is like. So let's bring some of this down in here. But you see, you've got all those different colours in that hillside now. And I'll get some more sienna down here, I think. You've got the water's edge there, so. But I think that will. Let's get a bit of blue in here. There we go. Okay. And I want to get around the cottages now. So let's work on something a bit stronger, which means there's less water in it, basically. Let's have a look here and see. Yep, that's okay. Now, I'm not bothering going round the chimney pots, right? Because I'll go over that with gouache at the end. So let's go over the chimney pots, forget that. This is the one bit where you have got to take your time. Lovely, you can hear them cutting the grass outside.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Oh, I love the smell of cut grass.
Yeah.
We lived on a mountainside, in the village, and with fields all around the school. So there were these big machines in, cutting the grass. And whenever I smell cut grass, I think of school, and paint, because they just painted the school. So, aye. Now see, I've darkened that in there now. And while we're messing around, I could dry that with air dryer and do the cottages, but we'll leave them to the last. Let's get, we'll have a bit of a path in here. Let's have it coming up through this.
What colour is that?
Red of some sort. It's obvious, so I don't know quite what it is really. Right, okay, now. I want the light catching here. Okay, so I don't want to go dark here, because you've got the cottages. So let's keep that on the light side there. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we've got so a bit of stonework that's coming through the grass, You want that sense of wildness, really. So we'll do the stones in a bit. Yeah. I'm going to work light here because I want the dark of the stones to be against this. And so all I'm doing really is just covering the paper, really. Just, okay. Now that'll need to be darker in there. We'll have paper there drying. Right, now I think I will come on to the sorry, that's all right. No, I'm just going to take away the white from the water. Just a little bit. And then we'll Brushing the whole thing out. Right, okay. I want a darkish green here now. For a bush that's and you don't want to go into detail straight away, just get the rough shape you want. And there we go. I'm going to mix a darker colour, so I'm making light red with that green. There we go. So let's start here. Now I'm going to work around the shape of the rocks here. Okay. So it's what they call working negatively. Okay, back to this side. There we go. Yeah, on Saturday we had a barbecue. We were up in my daughter Ruth's, and Danny had done a spreadsheet of places to go, and because I can't walk that far, I was trying to think of all these attractions, and it was a cafe for me. And I said, don't
That's
you
later in the
go? Yeah, I said, don't you go worrying about that. I got my my paint box with me, my tripod for it to go on, and I'll be okay. Not a good book if I'm not going to paint. But I'll make the most of painting in areas like that. Now, see what I can do, look, is just bring that up. So what I've done, at the top of the rocks, you see the light catching the top of the rocks, or the stonework rather. But then the bottom of the grass, again I'm working negatively. I'll be coming over all of this with gouache anyway and get a lot of the detail in. But for now, that will be, and what I might do is darken this in here now, so that the white will stand out. And you can always wash that off, that's it. That's the beauty with watercolour. And yes, we need to do something similar here, don't we? So you're given a bit of a lead in here, you know, and now I don't want much water on this now. It's got to be fairly neat. So let's have a look. See, so a little bit of nonsense really, but it gives that bit of interest. Now what I'm going to do, get a bit of a tree or a bush in here. Now you'll have peat sort of stacked up in places here. So let's put that in ready. Oh, let's put a piece in here, I think. Right. Now, I'm sort of leaving areas for the path. Now let's come back in here now. I'm able to leave what's underneath here come through. Okay. So just some darks up here first. If you notice, I'm using bits and pieces on the palette. I think that'll work, yeah. Okay. Let's just get a little bit of variation in here. Temptations is always to go to the cottage first and put the cottage in, but you're better leaving it. Now again, just little bits and pieces. You can see I've just washed that away now and softened it, push it into the background. It gives a sense of texture up on there. Right. Now then, let's have a look. Let's come back to these stonework now. See, the danger is always to go too dark too soon with watercolour. Where I did that grey and let it come in that bit darker now, get the effect of stonework in here. And what I'm going to do is get some darks in here again. And what I might do, well, then we'll come on to the cottage. Oh, good. There we go. Right. Okay, let's come to the cottage. Now, first job, light's going to come from here, so I want a nice blue on this side. See what this is like. So what I've done, I've put a bit of gouache with the white. And then we know. Right, okay. Let's start on. Let's start with this one first, I think. So I've just put some sienna there, and this is burnt umber. Bear in mind, this is going to be in the shade more than that. So this will. Go over that, let's get it off there. I'll get it after. I don't need that actually. Sorry. Now you can see that already coming, isn't it? And we could do with a really lovely colour on the doors here. So what I thought I might do, let's, I've got like a bright green there. Let's have a look. Yep, that's great. You can see the difference this is making now. Sort of all coming together a bit now. And it's only suggestion you want when it comes to windows now. You don't want just a little bit of. Now, I said about the chimneys, leaving the chimneys to the last. I'll be careful, I've got a bit of this green on here. Here we go. See the difference that makes? All ever so quiet.
We all in awe, Andrew.
It's like everything, it's practice, isn't it? Like everything in life.
When you're rich and famous, Andrew, will you bother with the likes of us?
Oh.
So we knew him, we knew him.
Yeah, that's our claim to fame. We used to go to our church and...
I once read, you don't measure a man's wealth by how much he has, but by how little he needs. There's a lot of truth in that. I love the verse in the Bible, God has given to us all things richly to enjoy. It's lovely, isn't it? You know, and yeah, you can get, you don't need a lot of money to get enjoyment out of life.
No.
And by far.
Some of the richest people are the most miserable.
Well, yeah, you know, it's, yeah. It's not about money. We do with a bit more. Now then, what we're going to do now, I'm going to put a boat in there. Should I put a boat in there? Why not? Come on.
Yeah, we'll have a boat.
Let's put a boat in there. I might regret this now. But anyway, we'll give it a go. We're by the sea, aren't we, so. And it's only a suggestion, you know, you got to, you know. Cast a shadow there. Now what we could do is get this up here. Nice touch, isn't it? So at the end of this board, the light is catching it. Okay. And then all we're going to do now is a bit of nonsense here and there, and just to now, let's get a bit of this to go under the eaves here. Be in shadow. Down in shadow, all right. And this would cast a shadow too across here. Like that, that's right. Now, what I want to do now is work on these rocks. Let's get some blues in here. And see with the gouache you can just come at it and it's a bit too white, I think, so I'm going to get a bit of colour in there. That's better, isn't it? That's giving that a bit of colour in there now. Oh, with the light catching some of the stonework. Now what we could do is, we're almost done now. That's good. We're at the tail end now, so let's have a look. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not happy with those posts. So what we're going to do, plan B.
What posts?
But, yeah.
All right.
So it's going to be plan B now. It's going to be, yeah, foxgloves. Okay? And a lot of the great paintings, you know, they X-ray them everything now, don't they? You can see where the artist has changed his mind here and there. Thought, that's not a good idea. So let's put a couple up here. There's only suggestions here, that's all it is. Right. Already it's giving a bit of life actually. I don't think we should do much more than this actually. I think that's about it. I should put a figure in. Oh well, we might as well have that, didn't we? Now, figure, just think of a carrot, right? Just think of a carrot and there we are. Just like that. And a dot on the top, and smaller than what you think. A lot smaller than what you think. Oh, she's Carries, isn't it? Okay.
That's clever.
I think there's a mount behind you, Dave. Underneath the big one. That's it, you got it. Let's see what it's like now. Okay, Doc? Well, it doesn't matter. What I could do is get a blue in here. Just for the window.
Where did you get the mounts from, Andrew?
Oh, I've had them made, I've seen it Dave years ago.
Oh,
There was a place
right.
in West Wales used to make a lot for me.
Right.
So I used to buy hundreds at a time, you know.
Oh, so you
But
got-
because they were standard size, so a lot of these mounts I've had, about 15 years probably,
Right.
which I've always had to have. And because I'm working a standard size, it's just great, you know. It, yeah, people often do a painting and they think, well, how am I going to get it framed, you know? When really...
Does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, now see, I can lighten all this up now with a bit of gouache. There we go. I don't think I should do much more than that. I should leave it on. There we are.
Oh, it's lovely.
Done. Okay.